What's up guys, Andrew Piluk Sports here, and I'm back with another video. I'm sorry for another delay, but school and work came up, and you know, those things are kind of more important at this point than doing the YouTube videos. But I've got some new segments, some new content coming out on this channel very soon. There's going to be a Blue Jays segment and continuing series on here, and a couple other cool things that I'm in the works with right now. So hopefully I can get that started up soon, but for now, you've seen the title. Should the Blue Jays sign Edwin Encarnacion? I'm going to make a video probably about some other free agents and other Blue Jays news and notes, but right now I need to make a video on Edwin. The Bautista video will probably come sooner than later if he doesn't sign, you know, by the end of this video, because, you know, that kind of stuff happens. The worst case scenario right here is that Edwin signs during this video, but if he signs with the Jays, then I'll be okay with that. Anyways, let's get on to the video. Anyways, as we all know, Edwin Encarnacion is a free agent this year. Edwin's been a staple in this offense and just a main attraction, season ticket attractor type of guy. He's a franchise guy. Well, he was. I'm wearing his jersey right now, and I just want him to stay. The biased fan, I want him to stay, but we're going to talk about some things regarding Edwin, and you know, the pros and cons and just everything regarding his free agency and what's going to happen. So first off, we have to get one thing out of the way. Edwin Encarnacion is 33 years old. That is not old, okay? I keep seeing that. Oh, you know what? You know, he can't keep up anymore. This, that. Edwin's a smart base runner. He's 33. He's not 38. Okay, let's be honest here. Like, for a baseball player, I know there's people gonna think that I'm disrespecting an age. I'm talking in baseball terms here, but he can still hit, and I don't care what anybody says. He can still play first base. And I'm not sure if I just said he's a smart base runner, but he draws a lot of walks, he hits home runs, he drives in runs. That's the only, those are great things attached to Edwin Encarnacion that obviously are attracting teams to want to sign him. He's a big bat, and he can be a DH obviously, or a first baseman. Now, there's one thing standing in the way of the Blue Jays signing him. It's first of all money, and long-term money, and two, they just signed Kendrys Morales, so he's a full-time DH. He can't play the field anymore. He's not a very good runner, and he's obviously not going to play first base very often. So that leaves Edwin Encarnacion as being a full-time first baseman on the Toronto Blue Jays, and you know, sometimes DH, whatever, how they work the lineup around. Now, this is a point I wanted to bring up before everybody gets their, you know, opinion in. I'm not sure who brought this up to me, and I really want to think hard about this. I think it might have been from Sportsnet, because I'm not going to take credit for thinking about this, but I think it was Sportsnet, and if not, somebody please let me know. But they said with the Jays signing Morales, I almost think it's Sportsnet now, I can picture the article or the video. With the Jays signing Morales, good contract, by the way, I'm happy to have him, good contract. Would I like Edwin back? Yes, but we'll get to that. But good contract, 3 years, $33 million, I believe, and you know, he's a big power hitter. Let's see if his production can keep up. But like I said, getting back to the point, so much information. Kendrys Morales signing kind of ties up the Blue Jays a little bit, because with Edwin, it gave you a little bit more flexibility. When guys like Tulo, Travis, Bautista, Saunders, Donaldson, the whole damn team, because the Blue Jays have injury issues, when they got hurt, we were able to go, Edwin, you need to play first base tonight. We were able to have that DH spot open for guys who could still produce as a hitter but couldn't play in the field. So let's say Tulo last year when he got hurt. He's not ready to play the field, but he can still contribute with the bat. So you go, okay, Edwin, you're playing first base tonight, or Edwin, you get the night off. Here you go, Tulo, here's your DH spot, and Edwin's going to play first. Problem solved. Bautista plays right field, whatever. You still get your power bats in the lineup. But with Morales, you're either going to have to sit him, or you know, you're not going to have guys in the lineup that, you know, yeah, they're going to heal, but if a guy can hit, a guy can hit. Okay? If he can't play the field, let him DH, and then throw whoever is DH at first base. But with Morales, you're pretty much locking up that DH spot, and you're either going to have to sit a guy you're paying like 11 or 12 million, whatever, per year, and then have, you know, that person take the DH spot. If that happens once in a blue moon, you're laughing. That's fine. Sit Morales for one night. But if that happens all the time, which it does, the Blue Jays are injury prone, you're putting yourself in a tough spot. What happens if two guys get hurt? You can't even have one of them in the DH spot. Now you can't have two of them in the DH spot. Hell, there was times when there's 3 or 4 players hurt at the same time. You're losing all of those bats, and you're juggling the roster and putting people where they're not comfortable. It's not a good situation. So that's one downside to Morales, but other than that, hey, good contract, power bat. Hopefully he can keep putting up those numbers. Rogers Center, you know, it's a smaller ballpark, and he's gonna mash. He's got good numbers, so let's see what he's gonna do. That ties into Edwin now, because yeah, we gave him money. There is enough money to sign Edwin, but it's filling the spots around him, which I don't understand fully, because we've heard about an increased payroll. There has been money taken off the books this year. So, and also, we can't even re-sign Brett Cecil because he went to the Cardinals. Thank you very much, Brett Cecil, by the way. It's really confusing, because I wish I knew the money that the Jays had right now, because signing Edwin to 4 years at 90 million, or maybe even 95, whatever, yeah, the term, you're really risking it just in case in that 3rd or 4th year he starts to hit the downslide there. But if he doesn't, does it really matter? Like, obviously you can't tell the future, but it would be nice to know. But I think Edwin's gonna stay consistent, and I think he can play first base. So I'm really trying to think, if the Jays re-sign him, there still is room for them to improve their outfield. If you re-sign Edwin and you have Morales, that's power. You're replacing Bautista with Morales, you're keeping Edwin, and yeah, you're losing Saunders, but I don't want to disrespect Saunders, but look at his second half and look at his career numbers. He probably isn't going to put up another season like that. And I love Saunders, he's a great guy, and he's a Canadian blood, love the guy. I hope he makes me eat my own words, but I don't think he's going to do that again. So I think it's worth letting Saunders go, signing Edwin. Obviously, again, here comes the bias in me. Signing Edwin to 40 years, 90 or 95 million, and a lot of Jays fans are crying right now because they probably don't want to sign Edwin. There's so many Jays fans that want to sign Edwin, but there is a lot that don't. I think that it's worth it. You can still find places, you know, you're not going to get huge power in the outfield, but if you sign Edwin, does that mean you re-explore the trade with the Mets for Jay Bruce? Because let's say the Mets eat some of his money, there's only 1 year left on Bruce's deal. If you're really thinking you're going to contend, hey, just get Jay Bruce too. And I do not want Jay Bruce. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm going to throw a ton of ideas out in this video because there's so much information about Edwin right now and the Blue Jays. But you sign Morales, that's a lock. You can sign Edwin, which we're going to continue to talk about, and then possibly get Bruce in the field. Because that's been one of the problems that Atkins and Shapiro, whatever, how he pronounces his name, they've been talking about how they're going to fill different needs while still trying to keep Edwin or still trying to keep Bautista, whatever. Also, this thing that I've heard too, it's like back and forth. Are they talking or are they not talking? We've seen plenty of articles and plenty of interviews where Edwin's agent goes, yeah, we're still talking. And then you hear Atkins going, well, we're not really talking. The door's still open. Yeah, I'll come back. No, it's less likely. So to me, it seems like the Jays don't want any part of Edwin Encarnacion. Even though, even today, like 2 hours ago, I'm talking, the Jays apparently are still talking to Edwin, which I'm fine with, like I said. But let's get into some quick pros and cons here. You sign Edwin, great. We get our power back. The fans are happy. You're selling more tickets. You're selling more jerseys. The team looks powerful. The cons is that's a lot of money. You don't know if he's going to continue to produce. I think he will, but you don't know. You've got a lot of guys over the age of 33 plus, making like 20+ million a year. and that's going down the stretch. All of this, to me, comes down to one thing. If the Jays sign Edwin Encarnacion, we're contenders. If they don't, I think they're on the fence. Because I think Atkins is looking at this team and going, hey, if we sign Edwin, you know, we're contenders still. If we don't, we have an opportunity to bring in some draft picks. We have an opportunity to let some younger guys grow and then come up and steal some spots in the next couple years. Our older guys will start to leave or come back and sign lesser deals because they're getting to the end of their career. And it's almost like a rebuild. I even seen an article saying the Jays should trade Josh Donaldson if they're not in a playoff position. And that one stung because I don't want to see all of the bats go. Oh man, this is going to be fun. But let's just narrow this down. I really want to keep talking about this, and I want to ask you guys a question in this video. Should the Blue Jays sign Edwin Encarnacion? And will they? It's hard. There's been so much information in this video, and I know it's all over the place. I'm trying my best, but there's so much information I'm trying to give you guys here. But let's just get it down to this. I'll give you my final opinion. You guys can give me yours in the comments. I think the Blue Jays would be smart to keep Edwin Encarnacion, and I think that if this team wants to be a contender, and you know the fans still want to be a contender, you look at Edwin and say, look, this guy's going to keep producing. He still is a power bat. He can play first base. It's a bit of a risk, but he still can play first base. There's still opportunities to build in the outfield. Like give Dalton Pompey a chance, and you still have a decent outfield. You have guys like Carrera who performed in the playoffs last year. Yeah, he might not put up those numbers again, but who knows, maybe Saunders gets a cheap deal coming back to Toronto, or you can sign a veteran outfielder to, you know, make sure that outfield is still set. You still have Pilar. So there is opportunity, in my opinion, and with this increased payroll that they're talking about, to keep Edwin and still, you know, keep the field intact. Do I think it's going to happen? I'm on the fence, because I think Edwin has expressed that Toronto's his first choice and that it's his home. Is he going to stay in Toronto? It's really tough. There's teams like New York, Boston, and Houston who are knocking on the door. You know, Boston's waiting to see if their payroll is going to increase. You know, the Yankees just dumped some salary with McCann, and Houston's a really good fit. If I was to take a crack at this, I think the Blue Jays and Astros are the teams that it's going to come down to. I know Texas has been interested, but I just don't see a fit there. I don't think Edwin would want to go there, to be honest with you. But the Yankees will probably offer him a nice deal. I think if somebody throws 5 years at Edwin, he takes it. It looks like everybody's kind of offering him 4 years. I think the Jays maybe should offer him 3 years and like load up the contract, but they probably won't do that. The Jays reportedly offered 4 years at $80 million, which was declined. So maybe that $490, $495, maybe that gets it done. But I think the 5 years is what Edwin would really accept. I think a team like Houston would probably throw the 5 years at Edwin and go, here you go. Now we'll give you $20 million per. That seems like a lot, but if a team like Houston wants to win anything, they need him as a bat. I know they've been interested in Beltran. They signed, I believe they got Reddick and they got McCann. So they're really trying to load up their offense right now. Like I said, the Yankees, the Boston Red Sox, those are the teams you got to watch out for. But I think Edwin's number one choice is still Toronto, the way his agent is talking. And I keep explaining it this way to people. It's like Edwin is going, yeah, you know, I'm still here, I still want to be here, but the Jays are going, no, like, you need to leave. Like, just go, take the money somewhere else. Yeah, we can offer you this money, but we're not going to give you exactly what you want. But does 4 years at $90 million, $95 million keep Edwin in Toronto? I don't know. I think it's the 5 years. I think if Edwin signs, it's going to be for 5, and I think it's going to be with Houston or New York. That's just my opinion. I'm sorry for this video being so long and stuff being all over the place. Stay tuned for more Blue Jays content for sure. There's been a lot of off-season talk and rumors and trade stuff. But I'm hopeful that Edwin will stay in Toronto. I'm a biased fan, of course. Would I be mad if he left? No, because then we're going to go in a different direction. Maybe look at Fowler. But again, he's going to want big money. But I just want them to stay. I want to see this team contend. So, you know, let me know what you guys think. I know, like I said, it's been all over the place, but I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear the rumors you guys have heard. I just want to hear everything you guys have to say about this. So leave a comment, like, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.